do it again. Watch me win.
Dun 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 dun.
Yep.
Yep.
5-4, 3-2-1, check.
I have the month of all headaches, man.
I think I've got painkillers in the car or something.
Oh, do you?
Oh. No, I don't have a car right now. No, but I always do.
Oh, so when you had a car, you always kept painkillers?
Always. I mean, you never know when you need them, like right now, right?
I had a habit where I would keep an extra pair of clothes in the trunk of my car.
Why? Because you wouldn't know where the day would end? What's the logic there? Is this like in your...
Yeah, when I was much younger.
When you're what?
Much younger.
Like 5 years ago?
No, longer than that. Longer than that.
Okay. All right.
Before I had my son.
So that's how you ended up having your son.
No, it isn't. We were actually dating him.
You and Eli's mom?
Yeah.
For how long?
3 years.
And you were faithful?
I was. When I'm in a relationship, I'm straight and narrow.
I think the question now should be, when last were you in a relationship?
Last year. And last year was a month ago.
Who was it?
So,
Who was it?
do you know who it was?
Should I turn the mics off? I can't remember. You want to whisper? Anyway, either way. Anyway, welcome to another exciting episode of That Z Podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah! And I don't know. We haven't done this one where it's just us in what, like a month now?
Yeah, and I've noticed that there's quite a lot of people that enjoy it.
Yes.
It's just us.
A lot of people demand that we do this, just the two of us, for one reason or the other.
I don't know about the demand part.
Or
but yes.
ask, or...
No, Zambians have got a very different way of showing love.
Yes. We are very different people.
They will not tell you in certain ways that, no, we enjoy it when it's just you two. They have a roundabout way.
Yeah, there's something wrong about the last guest you had. Maybe it's just better you do it the two of you or something like that. But either way, here we are after a month of
We're back one more again.
having guests. Elson, you well?
I'm doing apart from my headache.
What's up with that? You're not hydrating enough?
I think well, that's part of it. And I think, is there any more water in here?
No.
And I think also when you get to a certain age, there's always something. Or some things can be avoided, but there's always something. You just wake up and there's... Like I had shout out to Wisdom. I had a friend of mine. He put his back out trying to reach for a can of beans on the top shelf.
I can imagine. I think I know what happened.
Like, yeah, you gotta sit your ass down for a second.
He had a backache. Got dizzy, had a backache.
Did that happen to you?
No. But it's just something that your body does as you get older.
That's too specific. How did you know precisely what it
No. I mean, so many comedians joke about these things, and I was about to mention there's so many things that happen as you age that catch you by surprise. Remember, we had Naeem talking about I turned 40 and all of a sudden I'm pooping a lot.
Okay, he's different.
No. But
I think
like a bit of research.
But are there things about your body or the way that your personality is that has changed?
I think so. I think so. I think as you grow older, the more experiences you have in life, you get to realize I've been doing this for a while. It's not helping me anymore. I don't know. I can't think of anything right now, but there's days where I sit down, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, this has changed. And I was actually thinking about that yesterday actually, when you know how you open YouTube with another account and you type in That Z Podcast and it takes you to way older episodes. And you start realizing how much Elson has changed, how much I've changed, and you're like, actually, we've
come a long way.
We've come a long way.
And what's crazy is because we see each other once a week or multiple times a week, you never really see the progression.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So
because and also Facebook, I remember you and I took a photo. And I saw this the other day. Do you remember the day that we went to Three Trees when we went to meet Kimball Rogers?
Yeah.
You and I took a photo.
Serious?
On that day.
Was that like a year ago?
No, that was like 2-3 years ago.
Serious?
And Facebook reminded me of this the other day. I'm like,
who was skinnier?
I was skinny.
You know, I was talking about how much has changed. Like, Gob, I think you would agree with me. The past 2 years, we've hardly heard the F word from Elson. Yeah?
Yeah, and just have a mohawk.
Oh, the mohawk. I think we need to blame the mohawk for the F words from Elson, yeah? God, please find the photo and put it up. You know which episode you can get? The episode we had K-Star on, Elson had a mohawk. I think even Jimmy K, Elson had a mohawk on that one as well.
Kazadi too.
Kazadi, yes.
Yeah. What happened, bro? You go old? Change hairstyles?
No, my then girlfriend told me to get rid of it. The light skin one.
Oh, Yeah, okay. I remember. Speaking
She
of...
was like, no, you need to actually age. I'm like, I think you're... But you know what's crazy? Because you and I share the same barber.
Yeah.
Because just the other day, I was like, no, you need to go back to the mohawk. I'm like, nah.
But then again, don't you think those are the things that get you acting old? When you start dealing with certain things? I mean, what was wrong with the mohawk?
Nothing. I don't think it's an age thing, really. And the whole age thing, you're only as old as you feel.
I was actually heading to that point.
The guy who came up with the booty call term, what's his name?
With the what?
Booty call.
I don't know.
The comedian who came up with booty call, the guy with the big lips.
Jamie Foxx?
Oh, man, it's not Jamie Foxx.
Big lips.
Oh, there's a point that I'm trying to drive at. Which one? I hope my internet is good here. I'll just ask ChatGPT quickly. So something Bellarmine.
I can't...
Bellarmine is his last name. I don't remember what his first name is. Hey, what is the name of the guy who came up with the term booty call?
The term boutique hotel was popularized
Oh,
by
booty call. Booty call.
You know how ChatGPT
Got
did...
it.
Yeah, who was it?
The name behind boutique is BT Joseph.
Booty, BOOTY, call, CALL.
I'm afraid I don't have a known figure associated with the term booty call.
It's a slang term that evolved organically over time without...
Are you Googling that?
Yeah. You know, one thing I've noticed about ChatGPT, when you just use any profanity or something that's a little on the risque side, all of a
Becomes
sudden...
dumb.
Yeah. Bill Bellamy.
Check his age.
So it says the comedian credited with coining the term booty call is Bill Bellamy. He first used and popularized the phrase during a stand-up bit on HBO's Def Comedy Jam.
He was talking about Mike Tyson.
And it quickly entered mainstream slang for a late-night call arranged for casual sex.
Then he was talking about Mike Tyson because Mike Tyson was accused of rape. And so he was saying, let's check out the facts here. Didn't this girl come to Mike Tyson's hotel room at 1 a.m? People were like, yes. It was like, is that or is that not an hour for a booty call? but check his age.
I gotta ask the fellas. I need the fellas to help me out, right? This is what I need to do. This Mike Tyson case thing is throwing me off. And I need to know if the fellas will help me. If you want to help me through this case, I want to hear all y'all bark. Help me, fellas. Right, let's analyze the case. Mike Tyson calls the honey from the hotel room 2 o'clock in the morning. Is that or is that not a booty call? Can you help me? Okay, all right. Now women know booty calls. They're usually late. Ladies know when that shit come, they be laying in bed like, who calling me? She ain't even have to go. And what do honeys usually do, fellas, when they want to give you the booty? What they do? Always bring that ugly girlfriend to block.
Bill Bellamy, American Oh, this oak. Okay.
You know him, right?
Yeah, he's 60. No.
See? Dude is 60.
What?
He doesn't look 60, does he?
No. Eesh, I want to have whatever he's having, this guy, hey?
It's called money.
Yeah, I think I just need to work harder. It's like the old man from what's the Netflix thing, the Tyler Perry one, Beauty in Black, Rico Ross.
No, but you can tell he's aging. I just know how old he
I
is.
think he's like close to 70 now.
Yeah,
But like for a man that old, bruh, he's fit. That's my point. You know what I mean?
he does look. People who don't look their age are Bill Bellamy,
Bill Bellamy.
Tom Cruise.
You know the one that shocked me the other day? I was watching, you know, these things that pop up on Instagram, and I think there was one slide that was showing celebrities when they turned 40.
Yeah.
Dude, Bruce Willis was old at 40.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis was old at 40.
Drugs tend to do that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a Hollywood thing, I guess, so.
A person that has always looked 80 is Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. From Shawshank Redemption.
I cannot imagine a young Morgan Freeman.
No, but when you watch Shawshank Redemption, at least it's a bit on the younger side.
Despite
at
him
least.
being younger, he still looked old.
Yeah, he still looked old. Dude.
It feels like Pharrell's age is catching up now.
Yeah. It's like his body's now like, oh, crap. What? I'm 60. How old is he again?
I don't know.
50 something, yeah? I was bringing up the issue of you using the F word quite a bit back in the day. What are you watching on Netflix, by the way?
Right now.
Yeah.
Nothing on Netflix, but I'm watching.
You're more on Apple TV, aren't you?
Apple TV. I'm watching Hijack. The second season is out. I'm watching Tehran on Apple TV as well.
So, while we're on the topic of the F word, there's a new. I don't know how new it is on Netflix. It's called The History of Curse Words. Have you seen that?
No.
It's hosted by Nicolas Cage. So episode 1, I think there's like 4 or 5 episodes. Episode 1 is just about the F word, F-U-C-K. Episode 2 is about shit. Episode 3 is about damn. I can't remember the other one.
Wait, the history of
The history, like they delve deep, like centuries back. Where did this word come from? Yeah. Pretty
Wait, on
interesting.
Netflix?
Yes, on Netflix. The History of Curse Words. Episode 1, F-U-C-K. It's interesting the theories that people come up with these words that we use today. And
Wait, so what was the origin of?
the study of words is what? Etymology, right? Should be. So, anywho, there's this etymology professor from one of these big universities in the UK. So she starts breaking it down, what she feels was the history of the F word. And apparently it's a popular opinion in the UK, the history of the F word.
Which is
It goes back to the Middle Age. That's between 500 AD and 1500, the year 1500. So in those years, according to one theory in the UK, the F word actually stems from, the theory is that people back in the day, in the Middle Ages, needed consent from the king in order to have sex if they were not married.
okay.
You needed to have a certificate that says
You can have sex.
you can have sex. So the F-U-C-K, according to one theory, actually stands for fornication under consent from the king. So you should see this clip. Go about saying, I think include this clip in this episode.
Somebody decided at some point that this is a swear word.
There's an acronymic etymology, fornication under consent of the king.
This household has been given my consent to fuck!
It is total horse.
You should see if neighbors heard you and they know you're not married, and if neighbors heard you having sex, they would call one of the king's guards to come and double check
if you have permission.
if you have the permission from the king.
So, fuck was actually literal.
Exactly. Exactly. Imagine that.
Can you imagine? Wait, so now I'm now trying to figure out the reason you'd give the king
For having sex.
for having
For
sex.
fornicating. Yeah, imagine that. So this etymologist, professor or whatever, you should see the documentary. She says So etymology is actually the study of the history, origins, and evolution of words. And this lady thinks a professor or something. You should see the documentary. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. So she says it was an acronym and everybody had to have a certificate. And after that, everybody just, started saying the acronym and the word stuck. And next thing, the word applies everywhere. You snub your toe in the table.
I think people would start coming up with bullshit reasons that if I don't have sex, I will fall ill.
In order to do it with a certificate.
This is incredible.
Yeah, but she says
And
that
can you
theory
imagine
is not really proven.
And can you imagine if the king would tell you that in order for me to give you permission, I gotta sample that first.
Gotta taste it.
Hey, speaking of curse words, so yesterday was Valentine's Day. Right?
Yes.
How was it for you?
Very uneventful. I did nothing at all.
That's sad.
Yeah.
So I went to a comedy show. At Mlungushi.
Oh yeah, I saw the post. Somebody kept mentioning you in the post.
What post?
Somebody kept asking me, why weren't you at the show? We saw Elsa and there. I'm like, well, Elsa and I should be together everywhere, all day, every day now.
You and I are married now. Huh?
Yeah.
So, firstly, the turnout was incredible. I think it was almost 95% sold out.
That's dope.
By the time that I was leaving, more people were still coming in. I saw Simon, who says he wants to come on the podcast because he's got a lot to speak about. Simon Ware.
All right. Okay.
Simon Miller. So there was the first person that came on stage was this lady. Go up, do you have a microphone? Is this lady who has like her set? She acts like she's drunk.
Vobui.
It's Vobui?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the moderator was Cosmos.
Okay.
And after Cosmos was Bob
Nkosha.
Nkosha.
Yeah.
Massive the response when he came on stage. So everything is going well. Until Cosmos realized that was there.
And he called you out.
Oh, did he? So he spoke 98% vernacular.
Right.
And the room was dark. There was like one tiny little spotlight that followed the comic around.
Mm-hmm.
And so as he was in the crowd, so he kept saying to me, so here's Kalenga. It's gotten to a point where when I go out doing my own thing, going for work, going to shopping malls, etc., my mind has blocked out that there are people who stay. My son has said it. He's noticed it. When my sisters were in the country, they also said the same thing. I took them for breakfast at Miller's, and they said, "Listen, it's been 2 days, and every time we go to a mall, why are people staring?" Remember, I told you my family doesn't know I have a podcast.
Right. Yeah.
So I say all this to say, when I got into the comedy show, 1 or 2 people said hi to me, and then I went and I sat. It wasn't until Cosmos said, "Where is he?" Everyone around me all turned back and they pointed and said, "He's right here." I'm like,
Celebrity.
Snitches? The guy comes to me. The only English thing that I heard him say is, "Insult us now."
Oh, wow.
Now that we're in your face, insult us. And I'm looking at him like,
But when did Elson just start insulting people randomly?
right, like who put something?
And how do you, when do you ever insult people? Where am I when these things are happening, Elson?
When did I insult Cosmos?
Yeah, come think of it. Don't even talk about him, eh?
Yeah. He's not that interesting.
So he puts you on the spot to
So
start
he
insulting
puts me
people.
on the spot, but then he's saying a lot of what he's saying in vernac, so I don't know what he's saying.
Nobody was translating around you, near you?
Nobody was. I tried to get my glasses to translate, but he was talking too fast. So my glasses couldn't catch up. And so then he goes and he says a backhanded compliment. He says, "No, but then we like the contrast that you guys have. Kalenga has got a different approach. You have a different one. But safe to say, ain't nobody in this country likes you." Well, it was hilarious. It was funny. And I then said, to him, if I wanted to be liked, I'll sell ice cream. Then after he said, he then came to me, he tapped me up, we laughed about it. And I stayed for one more person. This guy called Josh, he's got blonde hair, I think he's new. Because he kept saying, I know you guys don't know me. So halfway into his set, I then left. And then this morning, I get a text from Dinema.
Yeah.
Saying, I heard you were there. I'm like, yes, I was. He says, did you see my set? I said, no, I didn't. I was like, oh, because I spoke about you again.
Oh.
I'm going to try and play.
Okay, why is it not Trevor Noah? Why is it
I think he's saying you guys pretend not to know what's happening in Zambia, so why didn't you go to watch Trevor Noah or Dave Chappelle? Moko Manyanja is terrible. Manyanja is terrible. But I think that's what he was trying to tell.
Well, so to that dickhead, this is pretending.
No, I'm saying I could be wrong. I don't know exactly what he said, but I think it's something to the effect of you guys rarely know what's happening in Zambia, or you don't know what's happening in Zambia, or you don't support Zambia. I don't know, something. It wasn't very clear, but why didn't you go to Trevor Noah? Why are you here right now watching us?
Well, it was funny.
You came to see Bene. And
it was funny.
The crowd loved
that. The English that I picked up was funny.
You know, and I always feel sorry for you to go for these things because half the comedians in Zambia use Vernac.
Yes.
And it's the jokes are punchier in Vernac.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course. No, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I just want to support. I did realize going in that a lot of what they're going to be speaking about was Vernac.
Yeah.
So
I know you're more comfortable in a space where they've brought in a South African comedian. You know what I mean?
Right, because then
there's going to be balance.
You know, even his jokes are also going to be universal.
Exactly my point.
If you get someone from outside the country coming in and he still makes you laugh, it means it's not particularly about the environment that he's talking about. And there's universal things that make
the whole world laugh.
Right.
There's things that, for as long as you're a human being, you can relate.
Relationships, Valentine's, politics, sports, etc. So, but look, safe to say, it was incredible to see. It was a Mlungushi, the entire auditorium packed.
That's beautiful. I met Bob the day before. That was on a
These
Friday.
guys were charging like $200.
Yeah, I met Bob the night before. He was selling tickets at the Quorum. And Simon Miller, I really can't wait to have that episode with him. And God, is it just me or most Simons I know are Bemba people? You notice how certain tribes just want to own certain names?
Oh, so you know more Simons that are Bemba?
I think every Simon I know is a Simon Wheeler, Simon Mlenga, my experience. And then you've noticed how most names in the Bible are owned by Easterners. I'll give an example. I've never met a Lamech who's not from Eastern Province.
What about Mafuto?
That's... No, I'm talking about names from the Bible. Or a Zelipa who's not from Eastern Province.
But you know what's crazy is I've heard whenever there's a Zambian with a funny name, people keep saying that person is from the Eastern Province.
Yeah. Yeah, mostly.
Why? What's going on with
They're very creative people. That's all I'm going to say.
But is that being creative, though, if you're going to name your child Table?
Well, listen. It's about, I think, what's prevailing or obtaining on the ground when that child is born. That's what you're going to pick to name the child. So if the child was born and probably the delivery happened on a table, bam.
But have you heard that most women shit themselves when they give birth?
How did we get there, Elson?
No, because we said what is there when a child is born.
So, yeah, but that's...
but you've heard that, haven't you?
It's natural. It happens a lot, yeah. It does happen a lot.
You sent me a photo of a woman in tights, and you said you went to the gym and
crap! Where's my phone? Go.
And there was a discussion around that.
Yeah.
What happened?
So this is at the gym, and I only found out the name of those things that day at the gym when we all didn't know what to call them. We just kept calling them, tights, until the lady said,
They're not.
They're called butt scrunch leggings. Butt scrunch leg. They're scrunching the butt. You know what I mean? Like butt scrunch leggings. And yeah, it was just an interesting debate about those because.
Well, so who was there and what was the debate? Was it guys? Were they women?
There was a lady on the treadmill wearing those leggings. And then before she went out on the treadmill, like as she walked in, a lot of the guys in the gym like lost focus, and she didn't even take long for the treadmill. Yeah, a bit. She was on the treadmill for like 10, 20, 25 minutes max, and she walked out and left. And
left the gym?
Yeah, she left the gym. So the moment the guys heard the door slam, like boom, everyone was like, "Hey!" Shh. The guy in the corner started complaining, "Bruh, I could not focus at all. What's the point of those leggings? What's the issue? What's the other guy in the corner, the man, and it's like a big man, you know what I mean? It's like
big as in fat or age?
Big, body wise. I'm not gonna call him fat. He's big. Yeah, he also utters the same sentiment. I'm like, okay, so this is Amish.
What's your contribution?
I was listening. I was collecting content for the podcast. So I figured, this conversation is a bit one-sided. This is us guys talking. I want to hear. This is why we put it up on the Facebook page, just to get...
Who's we?
The podcast.
You put it up. Leave me out of this. You're the pervert here.
But your first comment was that those things are totally unnecessary.
I said that. I don't understand what the use of those things are. So...
Go past my phone. Just throw me my phone. Oh, okay.
Wait. Did you ask the girl that had the butt scrunch? Or none of you guys spoke to her?
No, none of us spoke to her. So I just figured, let me get an opinion. Maybe us guys are looking at this one side, like maybe these things actually serve a purpose. You know what I mean?
So have you asked any female about this?
Yeah, that's why I put it up on the page, bruh. Hold on. But if there's a comment that made me laugh about this was...
I think there's a lady who commented about that in a post. She must have made a comment about what they are for.
They actually serve a purpose?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
But I've now seen women outside the gym wearing the same thing too.
Outside the gym?
Outside the gym.
Oh.
Because if you were to take those off and lay them on the bed, they are still in the silhouette of an ass. And your ass doesn't look like that outside those tights.
Generally, I think if I was to summarize the comments, I don't know why I'm not getting the comments here. If I was to summarize the comments that came up, it's like a lot of guys feel that when women wear those things, they're trying to send a message, like you're selling and trying to get attention from the male species, if you know what I mean.
And what do you think?
I think a human being has a right to wear whatever they want to wear. If it makes you happy, that's a good thing. It's about you at the end of the day.
Okay, cool. So some of the comments we've got Chichi Chituta says, "I'm a lady, but I hate those leggings. They give a certain vibe." Then I see Luna MULZ saying, "I see sisters without Nash throwing shade." And D. McKenzie says, "I can't wait to hear Elson's opinion." Another lady called Zara Hamatu says, "I find them disrespectful and disgusting." This is a lady.
Okay.
Make sure you put on a towel on the equipment before you sit on them.
Yeah, but then others were arguing, saying, what about those guys who wear tight gym outfits that, your equipment is showing, your pipe is showing?
There's a guy who says, Naril. I was with the homies, and the other time at the gym, some lady walks in one of those, and the ladies, what? Just English. One of the ladies walked in, and one of those ladies was in those things. Bro, I switched from a 10 kg weight to a 25 kg weight. And then Peggy, I think she gives a somewhat balanced comment here. Peggy Michello says, "No need to stay. We're just working out. Some men wear shorts." What the fuck are you doing?
Have an itch, bro.
This thing is scratching his balls.
Hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
And when I say you have herpes, people say I'm eating. Now your shit is itching. Listen, so Peggy says, no need to stay. We just work it out. Some men wear shorts that are pretty revealing. But we see anacondas and we choose to mind our own business.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. At the end of the day, wear what makes you happy. If you're comfortable and it gives you confidence. Don't you have clothes sometimes that you wear and they make you feel a certain way? Of course you do. There's certain clothes that you wear, they make you feel confident, they make you feel better about
Are there
yourself.
clothes that I wear that you think make me look good?
I'm sure you've got clothes that when you look in the mirror, you feel like...
Are there clothes that I wear that you think make me look good?
That would be a very gay thing if I answered that question, you know what I mean? Yes, it would.
It just makes you appreciate good-looking clothes.
When did I think you looked good? The grey suit. I like the grey suit.
The one that we wore to the embassy?
No, years before that.
Or when we had Mizu Kanji?
Yeah.
If those photos ever leak...
Which photos?
You...
The same ones we had... Remember the ones by Radisson Blue? Yes. We were with Muzukanji that day. Yeah, that suit. I think that's a good suit. Yeah, but my point is, I'm sure you've got clothes that make you feel good about yourself. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking when a woman wears that, she's feeling good about herself.
I hear you. Look,
if she wants to boost her confidence or whatever it is, I don't know.
Look, I don't have a dog in the fight. My opinion...
Your opinion, you told me your opinion. Huh?
Is that, as a man, if you don't like those leggings, don't wear them. That's my opinion.
You're telling the women?
I'm telling the men that men should not have an opinion on what women wear. Your jurisdiction...
This thing is contradiction. You send me a message saying those things are totally unnecessary.
Yes, and that's why I don't wear them. But if a woman likes them, let her wear it. Yes.
At the end of the day.
Yeah. If you can't control yourself, if those guys that were in your gym, your perverted gym, could not focus and work. When I go to the gym, I am zoned in. I don't care. Let me tell you.
You go to the gym for 30 minutes a year.
No, let me tell you. Do you remember the lady in the Virgo video with
Warren Mills?
Yes, the model in there. What's her name again?
I don't know.
But have you seen the video?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the video?
Yeah, I have.
Are you sure you've seen the video?
Dude, I saw the video.
Do you see the lady there?
I don't know her name.
She goes to my gym.
Oh, that's what I know about her. You told me you see her at the gym.
Incredible body. Does that distract me?
Because she's not the size that you like.
Do you know the size?
Nelson, you like XL.
No, I don't.
Actually, double XL.
You and I now like the same size.
You shrunk?
Because
you shrunk in
4 years ago, you used to like my type.
So we're now on the same boat.
Now we're on the same boat.
What happened, bruv? Who changed you?
You did, actually.
My suggestion helped you make a decision.
You and Coin. If we're going to have honest conversations, let's have honest conversations.
By the way, what he means by that, before people start making other conclusions from this, what he means is he's now preferring slimmer women. Right, Nelson? Your preference is now tending towards slimmer women. I wonder who made you change, though.
I said you.
No, I couldn't have. Impossible.
Why?
I think it takes...
Kalenga, do you really want to stay on this conversation? On this topic?
No. Let's just say he now likes slimmer women. What really...
Because the rabbit hole is deep.
Yeah, it is very deep. But anyway, back to the comments. If there's one comment that made me laugh, I had to save this one because it reminded me of so many things that we discussed as guys. One guy, off topic or somehow related, he just spoke about how he indulges when he sees such things, those tights. And he says, is it just me or a negative HIV result feels like encouragement?
All the time. When was the last time you got an HIV test?
I do those about 2 years ago.
I did mine in December. But here's the interesting thing.
Did you go to the hospital or you did those?
I went to the hospital.
Ooh.
So twice a year.
Yeah.
I do the full body thing.
Yeah.
And as part of that, they did the HIV one. And the one that you did, was it the instant thing? That one is quick, right? So within a couple of seconds.
Or you did the lab one where they actually draw blood and they test a lot of things, multiple things.
Now with that is you begin reflecting in that moment.
No. It's not 2 years ago. When did I post about being with Dr. Mjajati? Last year, late last year. Yeah, I did an HIV test because I drew and tested everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Go on.
And were you negative?
Yes, I was. Very negative. Yeah.
I don't know about the very part.
Very.
Negative
like minus.
Negative is negative.
Very. Very. Go on.
Yeah. But so how long did you have to wait for?
Because they were testing everything. I was there for like 2 hours.
In those 2 hours,
you start questioning everything, bro.
You begin to play back every questionable piece of sex you've ever had. So I agree with that person.
Like
when it comes out negative,
like let me even go.
Like nigga, I'm Teflon.
Let's do this. But you know the ones I really hate? Remember the times we'd go for those tests with a counselor? There was that famous organization. I can't remember the name.
In Zimbabwe, it was called the New Start Center.
New Start. Even in Zambia, it was New Start.
You have it here?
Yeah. It was New Start. I hated how when you're in that office with them, they do the test, they put it aside and cover it.
My nigga.
Yeah.
Before they test you, they cancel you.
Yes.
Then they're like, this, regardless of how these results turn out, how are you going to accept them?
If it's positive, if it's negative, what would change about your life?
And if it's positive, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, just do the goddamn test.
But you know the most nail-biting action that those people could ever give you was when you're having this discussion and she keeps looking at the result and she's covering it. You know what I mean? So if it's negative and she opens the kafar, looks in there,
I would lose my mind. Like, listen, if the next words out of your mouth are not my results, I'm reaching across this table. Can you just tell me what my results are?
And then that pause before they give you the result. Your results.
I think those people are the ones that should host Icon. No, because they're good. It's suspense.
Yeah.
No. They should. No, not Banakalenga.
You are negative.
You are HIV.
And then
hey, Musanda! Are you going to buy Shima? Chicken? The leg?
Some vegetables today.
So, where was I? Oh, your results. No, you're negative.
Meantime, your heart beat there.
The other crazy one is whereby you don't know, you escort your wife for antenatal, and then just tell you, can you kindly enter this room? And then they just say, oh, we have to test all of you guys. Like,
what, did that happen to
you? Yeah, that's all the time, bro.
Wait, you took your wife
for antenatal?
You have to.
They will test you without, to some extent, without your consent. They just say, oh, we just need to.
Let me tell you the wildest thing that has ever happened. I won't mention his name, but I typically have a mate of mine who shows up to the set.
Right.
Whenever we're shooting, you
see. Yeah.
Don't say his name.
Yeah.
His wife had been bugging him to say, we need to test. We need to test. And the guy kept giving excuses. This happened last year. Wife texts him, where are you? Dude says, I'm at Stalilo. Oh, okay, I'm going to come. She rocks up. Guy's there with his mates, they're watching soccer, they're crying. What are you drinking? I says, what are you doing? Wife. Buys beer. Drives the nigga home. Nigga gets home. Blacks out. Takes one of those, the ones that you put in your mouth.
No.
Promise you. The ones that you swab in your mouth.
Yeah.
Swap the hell out of his mouth. The nigga just woke up in the morning and the thing was on the dresser.
2 lines.
No, it was negative.
True. Okay.
And she texts him a picture of it and says, you're lucky. Nigga was blacked out. But But hold on. But let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah, I want to talk about that for a second because why did she do it without his consent? And
That's exactly what I want to speak about.
Why did she think he was going to say no if she asked him? If he's the husband, he's going to do it.
No, she did ask him and he said no.
He said no.
He said no. That's where the fight started. She had been asking for months and he kept saying no.
Yeah, that's the problem. Why would you say no?
Never mind that. Let's talk about testing a person without their consent. That's got to be a crime. I don't know what crime it is.
No, it is actually. It is?
No. I don't know anything about the crime, but think about it. The person who's testing you is your wife. Do you think so? She has the right to know?
Yeah, but she has the right to know. That's the wife, bruh.
Listen. Here is my thinking. Yeah, look, I'm on the fence about it. It's almost like if somebody's HIV positive, despite you being married, who does the doctor tell? Can the wife come and say, no, that's my husband and I've got a right to know? But I honestly do not feel doctors, because it's that doctor-patient confidentiality.
Confidentiality, yeah.
I don't know if that extends to your spouse.
It'd be nice for nurses and doctors to put their comments under this as we speak. It'd be nice to know.
But
what's the question again? If they're tested separately as a couple,
so there's two questions. There's two questions.
Right.
If married couples are tested separately, can a doctor tell? Yes, for HIV specifically, can a doctor tell the other spouse of the result of the other spouse? That's number one. Number two is if your spouse involuntarily tests you without your consent, is that a crime or no? Let me not say spouse. Let me say wife or husband.
And then again, for that couple, when one of you finds out that you're positive,
I think you're obligated to tell. Because
otherwise it becomes murder, right?
Not only that, but now that becomes a crime.
If you don't
disclose it.
To your partner.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So the minute that you know and you don't disclose it, now that becomes a crime.
That one's definitely a crime, yeah.
Because that we now segue to the Epstein files. Did you see the latest email? Not the latest, but in the Epstein files when Bill Gates sent an email to Jeffrey Epstein?
Oh, about the STDs.
About the STDs.
Yes, I saw
So
that.
for those that do not know what we're talking about, an email that was supposedly sent by Bill Gates to Jeffrey Epstein stated that Bill Gates was asking for
medicine.
Antibiotics,
yeah.
to treat the STI that he has. But here's the thing. He wanted to be able to slip them into Melinda's drink.
You know, I've actually witnessed something like that in Kitwe.
So that she's cured of that STI without her knowing. What happened?
When did they divorce again?
I have no idea. A couple of years ago.
About 5-6 years ago, yeah? And that's time the email went round, right? So that should have been the reason they divorced.
It most likely is. Because she did not say the reason. Because people were just speculating.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened in Kitwe?
This is like 15 years ago. Yeah. 15 to 17 years ago.
Just to be clear, it's not you that did it, right?
No. This taxi guy used to book. So one day I get into the taxi. He used to pick me up from work like every day. Yeah. So he picked me up from work every day. Then there's one day, you know, where you're trying to engage a guy in conversation, he's not responding. He was just a bit disturbed. Like he would ask him a question, take time for him to respond. You catch him almost in a trance. You know what I mean? And he was failing to tell me what was really going on until we're about to get to the destination and he finally opens up and he says, bruh, this is what has happened. Last week, I went clubbing and I ended up with some chick and things happened and we went to some lodge and, you know. Then the following day, my wife asks that, you know, we have sex. And it happened. And the following day after that, I discover I've got an STD. And he went to the clinic. He first started having like a discharge, discomfort in the, urethra and things like that. Then there's like heavy discharge. And he figures, there's something really wrong here. He goes to the hospital, they do a test, and he figures he's got gonorrhea.
When was this? Or 15 years ago.
15 years ago, yeah.
So I was about to say in 2026, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So he finds his gonorrhea, and the nurse tells him, like the lab, whatever. Yeah, are you married? Have you been having sex with your wife? They just want to give it to you, and he says no. Actually, he explains to her whatever. So he's explaining all this to me, and he's saying, as things stand right now, I've not told my wife. Boss, how do I break this down? How do I explain that I was actually, being what's the word?
Cheating.
Yeah. There's been a lot of infidelity happening. How do I explain that to my wife and take her to the hospital? Because, in women, it takes a bit longer to show. I did not have any solution for him that day.
He was asking you.
He was asking me how to go about it. I said, "Dish, bruh."
I would have had a solution.
You would have done the Bill Gates way? No.
Hey, they were giving this away in the supermarket.
Medicines. Just take it.
Hey.
Don't ask. Just drink it. So I meet him like a week or two after that, and I ask him, "Bro, how did you sort that thing out?" And he tells me, "Ish, bruh. I just told my wife there's something that he went and explained to the lab guy, saying, I can't tell my wife this. How do I even tell her that I caught an STD from, I don't know, prostitute or whatever?
And I most likely pass it on.
And I most likely pass it on to her. How do I explain it to her?" So the guy at the lab apparently tells him, "Okay, cool. Just come with her. We'll think of something." So apparently they go back to the clinic, and I think the lab guy tells him, "Your husband has been coughing or something. We need to just double check with you as well." Just spit in there, and I think she spat in some little testing. He tests and he says, "Yeah, you both need this injection because it looks like something close to TB or something."
Owes that dude.
Bruh, he says they gave us 3 injections 3 days in a row, and that's how they both got cured without the wife getting wise of the situation.
If 15 years ago... Listen. If 15 years ago you were married to a taxi driver in Kitwe and you ended up going to a hospital to get injections 3 consecutive days, I got news for you.
But I said he was just going to call me, but hey, I haven't outed out his name. So
You got an STI?
one of the worst, actually.
Have you ever had an STI?
No. That's a good question, actually. Have you? UTI?
Not that I know of. But there's these really incredible tests that will tell you that you once had it and your body fought it off.
And you're sort of immune now?
Right. Not that I've had it, but I know of it because my mother's a doctor.
Oh, mom's a doctor?
Yeah, mom's a
doctor. Oh, dope. Okay.
So I know of these things.
Okay.
So wait, back to that taxi driver. Do you believe?
And funny, he actually called me.
And this goes to God.
Called me last week.
This goes to God. So I think God is the only one who's happily married here.
Oh, by the way.
Wait, let me ask. Can I ask my question?
Yeah.
Don't lose that thought.
Holding it.
Is there ever anything called cheating respectfully? God, I'm asking you, I'll come to Kalinga.
Cheating respectfully?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Cheating is cheating.
Kalinga. What do you say?
Yeah, I think...
No, don't give a politically correct answer. No, this is where I fight with you.
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, what's cheating?
No, I said
and can there ever be it done respectfully is the question again.
So answer the question. Think hard. Don't even think far.
I don't know how to... What, if you don't get found out?
So is there such...
Is that respectfully?
Is there something...
I'm trying to understand your question from your perspective.
No.
Is that respectfully?
It doesn't matter. Do you think there's something...
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. You seem to have a solution to this problem, Nelson.
No, it's not a solution, but I think there is such a thing.
Or definition, yeah. Okay, yeah, break it down to us first.
Just like a taxi driver. Don't bring an STI home.
Well, that's respectfully.
If you're going to cheat, wear a condom.
So don't bring diseases home.
Exactly.
Don't bring a baby home.
Don't bring a baby home. Tell your side chick, regardless of what happens, my wife is out of bounds. You do not talk about her. You do not attempt to follow her on social media. None of that. These are the ground
Call her,
rules.
don't text her.
Don't
give me anything that I can pass on to her.
You will see her at a mall. You change the shop. Get out of that mall.
Walk away.
You know what I mean?
Walk away.
So I feel, yes, there is such a thing as cheating respect.
Speaking of cheating respect, we are so...
Was that what you were about to say?
No.
You held on to?
No. I'll come... Crap, what did I hold on to? It'll come.
Stick us with attention span of a goldfish.
We're talking about so many things. I saw some interesting posts from one of these female comedians from Nigeria, and she was talking about men will always be a problem. If you have an unfaithful man, that's a problem. Things like we're just talking about right now could come. But even when you have a faithful man, there are problems because you are his wife, you are his side chick. So everything he wants from you, he wants from a woman, you have to give.
You have to give.
So you find yourself being humped every day.
I have a mate of mine,
Yeah.
just like what you're describing, where he tells me that it feels like whenever he goes out with his side chick or has sex with his side chick, it makes him love his wife more.
Mm-hmm. Scooby-Doo on you. Mm-hmm. Okay. What's the logic?
I have no idea. But he
That shit
tends
does-
to appreciate his wife more because he now sees a different side of what is being offered out there, that he realizes I made the right choice by marrying the woman that I've married.
So he needs the side chick to help. He needs the side chick around all the time to help him appreciate his wife. So that side chick always has to be there in his life.
Because without her, the frustrations and everything and him taking her for granted is a lot easier.
Ish. We're living in interesting times, eh?
Have you ever gone?
Oh, I've remembered what I held. I scooped it back. Gob is about to be a dad again.
Oh! Icho!
Dude, why did it feel like Gob became a dad just last year?
Listen, man. When the pum pum is sweet, the pum pum is sweet.
Yeah, have some respect.
Congratulations!
By the time we probably air this episode,
Do you know if it's a boy or it's a girl?
It's a girl.
It's a girl.
And
Look at Mr. Gender Equality, gender balance.
Look at that. And this nigga here is just spitting out.
I've got 1 boy, 3 girls.
Congratulations, man.
Thanks.
How long have you been married?
He can't remember.
How many?
3 years.
3 years and 2 kids later.
Not bad.
No, congratulations.
How does that feel? Being a dad of 2? Well, being a dad of 3.
Trust me, I'll tell you one thing, Gob. I'll tell you one thing. He's a father of a son right now, girl on the way. Dude, there's something that a daughter does to you as a guy.
That's what I'm scared of, actually.
There's something that a daughter does to you as a guy.
Why are you afraid of it?
Because I feel like when you have a girl child, you have to show her and create those values. With a guy, he'll figure it out. Like I figured it out a long way. But with a girl, I need to push her to a point whereby if I say go figure it out, at least she has a cushion.
But more than anything, that should be exciting because that's a challenge.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So more than anything, and that's how I've always looked at my life, not really as a parent, but my life in general. If I get to a point where I'm stuck and I need to come up with a solution, for most people, they get nervous, they get worried, they get scared. But for me, I get excited because my mind is designed in such a way as I look at it like a video game. How many options do I have? What resources do I have to my disposal in order for me to do what I need to? So when you do get a daughter, which I don't have, but I look at it like it's a side to you that you are untapping.
You unlock a whole different...
And there isn't a blueprint to this, buddy.
Yeah.
Where you can go and you Google and you say, what do I do the first 6 months? You roll with the punches. And you get to learn. If we're going to have this discussion again 2 years down the line, and I don't think whatever is making you nervous right now, 2 years from now, would make you nervous. More than anything, you'd actually be enjoying the journey.
You know, one conversation.
I now owe you 2 gift cards.
And I think I've had this.
All right, I'll be waiting.
I've had this conversation with fathers of daughters and fathers who've had first a son, then a daughter. For example, coin. Yeah. A lot of times I talk to guys about, you know, especially if you've got a son, then you get a daughter. There's something even in the way you hustle that changes when you get a daughter. Because half the time I think as guys, you know, you're a man with experiences and you've seen how many girls who have grown up with certain.
That's sad though.
What's sad?
That you have to wait till you bring a child.
No, I'm not saying you have to wait. There's just something when you have a daughter that just makes you feel like doubling the hustle. You could have been pushing, but the day you have a daughter, it just feels like, I need to double the hustle. Like I said, I've heard these opinions from guys who say, bruh, you know, most of the times you see girls who are selling or, you know, out on the streets doing certain things. For most of them, it's because a lot is lacking in their lives. And when you have a daughter, you feel like, I need to make sure my daughter doesn't experience that. So you need to give her certain privileges. But
let me ask you a question. You hustle.
Right.
You provide everything that you need for your child.
Right.
And your child gets to an age where she is, I don't know, let's say 15, 16. And she wants whatever the latest iPhone is going to be at that time.
Right.
So let's say now you've got a 15-year-old that wants the iPhone 16. And you've hustled. You've taken her to good school and everything else. And she has everything that she needs, but she doesn't have the 16 which she wants. And you say, no, I'm not going to give you the right.
And she feels like so much is lacking in her life.
And precisely because she's had what she's asked for all this time.
All the privileges we've given her feel normal.
Right.
And she feels like there's something major lacking now.
Precisely. I know my dad can afford this, but it's not going to give it to me. So guess what?
I'm going to look outside.
So selling isn't always because she's...
No. You didn't let me finish my point. Yeah. So there's that aspect, first of all, the financials, you want to double because there's so many things that you've seen that you feel money can help sort out. And also you become more of a philosopher in the house. You know what I mean? When you have a daughter, there's so many lessons that you want to teach more than the boy child.
Yeah, but where are you getting these lessons from? Because you can't pour from an empty cup.
No, experiences as well.
Yeah, but you've had...
There's so many experiences that you've had.
I agree.
There's so many experiences that you've had with females that you've interacted with. Right now, you don't know how much knowledge you have until you have to give it.
No, I understand. But my point is, did you learn from it? You've had an experience, yes.
Yes.
Right, but did you learn from it? Because there's so many people that keep repeating the same thing over and over again, and they don't see that pattern. So just because you've been through it doesn't mean you've learned. There are so many people that you and I know. I could have said Mainga, for example. They keep doing the same thing over and over again. Right? They keep doing the same thing over and over again. So have they learned?
Listen, what applies for one may not apply for the other. But I'm talking about like interaction.
No, the point that you have just given now, that you
saying.
Become a philosopher. And your philosophy is based off your experiences. And I'm saying that it is not always...
I'm speaking for a lot of girl children who are growing up in double-parent homes. There's the mom, there's the dad. You as a dad are teaching from your experience, the mom as well from their experience. It's not guaranteed that child is going to grow up right because you've got money and you've taught this person everything that they need to know.
Let me ask you a question.
You know what I mean? They can still mess up.
Let me ask you a question. How much of what you say versus what you do, the kids pick up?
That's my point.
No, that's not your point. You said you become a philosopher. So you can say things, but if your attitude towards your wife is different to what you're saying
they're
to her,
seeing things.
What do they pick up on? Is it what you're saying?
Or what they're seeing. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There's all these things that now need to come together to raise a person the right way. But it all just seems to double up when it's a daughter as opposed to a son. Because half the time we feel like a guy can learn things on his own.
100%.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
And we were still speaking about daughters. So with everything that you were saying, we're still stuck on...
The girl child.
The girl child.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm on the fence about it.
Okay.
I don't know if there's...
No, it's just talk to guys who have daughters. They'll tell you like something just changes in you when you have a daughter as a guy. Could explain why fathers and daughter relationships are stronger than, well, in many cases that I know. Not necessarily stronger. You just tend to have that.
I'm going to try and call my business partner right now. I'm going to put him on the spot. So he has 2 daughters. And him and I don't know if you remember this. When I said we grew up in the same street, our lives, okay, he just hung up. Our lives changed.
Yeah.
Because right after high school, I went to uni. He did not go to uni at all. He started his business. And after uni, I then went to Belgium and I started working.
Right.
And the 4 years that I was in uni is when this guy was, and he got married, by the way, right after high school.
Oh, you told me that.
Yeah, he got married right after high school. And he began figuring out the whole marriage thing, the whole business thing. So the 4 years that I'm in school, this guy is figuring that out. And then I'm done, and I'm now an intern, right? And this guy's business is now starting to scale. And I'm only now just starting to work. And 10 years later, when him and I met, this guy's got more money than the white family that owns the color blue. And so we then became business partners, long story short. And we were having a conversation. So this guy has been married for, I don't know, 18 years or whatever it is. And we were having this conversation. And you can literally see where your paths differ. So you're walking the exact same path, right? We went to the same preschool, we went to the same primary school, we went to the same high school. We lived 2 roads apart, so we literally would go together. Mm-hmm. But where our paths, where I went left and he went right, was right after high school.
Oh, yeah.
And where you then come back together almost like 20 years later or 15 years later, and to see how you are vastly different. And this guy was taking his daughter to prom last year. Mm-hmm. We sat down and we spoke about this. And the guy kept saying, I feel that this will support your point.
Mm.
The things that made my life, or that brought me to where I am, I can point those to, I think he said 2 or 3 things. The first thing is, he said, I got married at a point where I had no money and she had no money. So she didn't like me for anything else apart from who I was. That's the first thing. And still speaking about marriage, it gives you campus, gives you a direction.
Yeah.
Which is what that provided. So the whole hustling and everything, they did that together. Me, on the other hand, because I did get married and I began coming into a little bit of money, especially like when you're in Europe. So when your salary comes and you get an old 3,000 euro,
there's no family to take care of.
You are thinking, so I'm going to go to Germany. So now I'm going to go to Italy. And now I'm going to do this. And when he gets an equivalent of 3,000 euro and he gives it to the wife, she buys land. He makes another 3,000 euro the month after that. They buy bricks. And Elson buys shoes. You know what I mean? And this accumulates year after year after year. And when you then meet, this guy has got a 3-story house. He's got an Audi Q8. He bought his wife the latest Jag. Have you had access to the same amount of money? Yes. But because when you're alone,
your priorities are different.
And if you've ever lived in Europe, the Dutch girls are built like black chicks.
I've seen that, yeah.
Thick.
Try focusing as a single guy there.
The next thing that he said, true to your point, he said, I had a daughter.
Our daughters do things.
Is what he said. And so his focus and the way that, nigga saying, please text. His focus and the way that he then interacted with females completely changed. Because it wasn't about what he told her. It's about what she saw.
Exactly.
And that then, without him knowing, that changed him. Because of what he wanted her to see. And it then changed him and it now became part of who he was. I was having this conversation with him and I said, bruh, I know dudes who live in a 1-bedroom apartment, who drive a Vitz, who have got a much, much larger body count. If niggas had access to the kind of things that you have,
they'll be the guys with the HIV tests that are...
So
I was talking about earlier. Yeah.
If I'm gonna agree to your point, it would be to that
That one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just like like I told you, I've had this conversation with quite a number of guys, and I won't mention his name. Is both our friend. He's got a son and a daughter. I won't mention his name because I don't know what conversations they have in the home about this issue. But he says, bruh, when I had a son, I was a bit more on the relaxed end. Half the time you want your son to also, you want your son to sort of experience certain hardships in life for them to harden him. You know what I mean? But then when you have a daughter, you want to give her comforts. So it sort of changes how you hustle as well.
Does the same philosophy not then also apply? Because now when she gets comfortable, how does she appreciate whatever it is that
comes in late? There's that as well. I mean, the analogy you gave of the iPhone 17,
right? Because she knows Dad can afford this.
Yeah.
And so if he's not going to give it to me, and she goes off to uni, and here comes a guy with a Porsche says, "Oh, hey, you want the iPhone 17?" Look, I think at the end of the day, the only thing you can hope
and pray for
is that you instill values.
Yeah.
Because with those values, she can now be able to discern.
When she goes out alone in the world.
Bingo. Because you cannot tell her every single scenario in the world. You cannot.
You can't.
You can't tell her one day you're going to be in the backseat of a car with a boy. You should say no. You can't tell her that. You understand? What you can do is give her values where if she's to ever find herself in the backseat of a car, she knows to say no, regardless of how wet her panties are. She's able to say no and leave the car, or to not even get into the back seat in the first place.
As the Bible says, train up the child in the way that he should go, and when he grows up, he will not depart from these ways.
So you can't. My dad tried as much as he could to parent.
To keep you away from girls?
I think I told you this. Where he would find opportunities to parent where he could. If we are driving, and I remember this vividly. If we are driving and we see a couple walking in the street, and the woman is walking on the curbside of the street, right there, you'll be like, do you see that couple? That is wrong.
He's not a very protective guy.
He's not a protective guy. He should be on the curb, and the woman should be between the wall and him. So whenever anything happened, you'll be like, wait, stop, turn the radio off. Do you see that? Every single time.
That car was a classroom every day.
Because the school run.
I think fathers were the same back in the day. I think we should bring that back, bro.
It could be in the news. And I remember every time before the news, there used to be like a condom advert.
Yeah.
I would feel so uncomfortable if there was a kissing scene in a movie.
Yeah.
If you had sex. Every time.
Your dad listened.
Yes. And I also remember there was a phase.
Oh man, my dad would never.
But listen to this. There was a phase. I don't know. I need to ask him this. Let me call him. There was a phase when my dad would say to me, I remember there was a time that, so my dad bought me a car at a very young age. I remember this one time, my dad drove past me and I had a girl in the car.
Sure.
And he made sure to notice that I saw him.
He hooted, looked at you in the eyes, dead center.
So I get home.
Yeah.
I park my car. I get into the house and it says, where you coming from? Now I was with a friend. And he says to me, empty your pockets.
Gosh.
That was the first of 5 times. And I still do not understand the psyche of that. He would say, empty your pockets. And put everything that you have in your pockets on the table. I don't know what he was hoping to see. Was it drugs? Was it condoms? I don't know what. And I never asked him. I'll just empty my pockets.
Were there ever condoms in your pockets?
Never.
That should have been very disappointing to him.
Because I used to throw them.
Wow. Come think of it. My dad was very traditional. Those are conversations I never had with my dad. My dad, conversations with him were always about education, eh? All the damn time. Like even in the car, we're having those lessons, like you're talking about your dad, showing you a couple. Never had those with my dad. My dad, it was about, have you seen that guy drunk crossing the road right now?
What do you if you don't study?
Exactly. Have you seen? But dad was always about education. Nothing.
Yeah.
You had sex education from your dad? Taboo in our home, I think.
Yeah, I did.
My parents, we never talk about those things.
Even business, because my dad
was a businessman, so
he would make so my dad used to manufacture tires. Manufacture tires.
Okay.
But as a side hustle, he owns not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 nightclubs. My dad would make me wake up at 4 in the morning. So we used to buy the beer at one particular spot. All right. So that the equivalent of Zambia breweries. But there was like one particular depot where they used to like manufacture stuff and they wholesale it. So you have to be registered. If your nightclub is in a particular area, you have to be registered to be able to buy from that depot. And every single business would buy from that particular depot. And so it means the place would open at 8. If you get there any time after 6, the queue is literally almost 5 kilometers long. It means by the time that you get in there and you buy your stuff and you're taking the beer to the nightclub, it is way after lunch.
The clients are waiting.
And you don't stand in between drunk people and their beer.
Yeah.
So my dad would wake me up every single morning at 4. Because my dad would get home at 3 because he had to close up and cash up. So by the time that he's getting home and he eats and he showers, by the time he's going to bed, he's waking me up. Like, nigga, go and buy beer.
Also, you do the buying, he sleeps.
I'll do the buying and then he sleeps.
By the time you come back, he wakes up now, joins you to the...
No, by the time that I wake up now, he's going to his day job. And he's at his day job.
Side hustle.
That was the side hustle. So he's at his day job between 8 and 5. At 5, when he's done, he goes to the nightclub. He's at the nightclub until 3 in the morning.
That man deserves everything he achieved.
And then at 4, when he's going to bed, I'm waking up. And now I'm going to buy the beer. And I am there the entire day. From 4, I do the stock take. I make sure that whatever was cashed up and everything. And I remember vividly what would happen. And my dad caught me up on the game. My dad would say to me, and a lot of the time I used to curse him out, like, why is he doing this? My dad would say, where are you? And I'm just about to go to a movie with a chick. And I'm like, I'm in town. He says, I want you to go to the nightclub. This particular one, close it and do stock take. Why? I understood why, eventually.
Yeah, you never see these lessons that they happen.
No, eventually I understood.
You connect the dots going backwards, yeah.
Precisely, like Steve Jobs said. One day, I go there with him. He says, where are you? I tell him where I am. He says, let's meet at the nightclub. We go there, and he shuts the nightclub out, and we begin to do stock take. So he tells me, go to these fridges, count everything, go in the storeroom, count the stock that we have, and I'll do that. And then I came back, and I'm like, something's not adding up. He's like, why? Is anything short? I'm like, no, it's the opposite. We have more stock.
Bartenders bringing their own stock to sell in your pub. Yeah, they do that a lot. I've witnessed that a lot.
Then he then said,
I told you my dad used to own the same thing.
And then he then says, tell me how much we are over. And then I tell him by at least 20 crates. He says, I want you to write that right now. The right thing. Write how many we have, the stock that we have. Then he then says out loud, everything in here is mine.
It's my pub. As far as I'm concerned, I bought everything.
So he knew that they knew what he meant. So he would just randomly say count. And so these people would buy their own alcohol
to
sell their own alcohol.
Yeah, it's very common.
In our pub.
Very common.
We would get there and we're like, this pub was packed, but the money that we made.
And you haven't lost any alcohol.
You haven't lost any alcohol. People were buying beer after beer after beer, and you're like, no, man, this doesn't make sense. We do not make this much money. They were selling their own ish. Our customers, we are paying rent, we are paying them a salary.
They're eating double from your place.
And now I didn't understand, because he never used to explain to me why he's making me do that. They were like, I'm the father, you're the son. If I tell you to do this, you
do it. Yeah.
And then eventually I then caught on to it.
You know, it explains why you hustle the way you do today. Yeah. And it also reminds me so much of the lessons that I learned from Auntie Esther when I lived with her for a year. When I just
Who's Auntie Esther? This is the first time we're hearing of Auntie Esther.
My mom's immediate older sister.
You've never spoken about Auntie Esther.
Serious, no. Dude. I think I've hinted at how. My hustle comes from Auntie Esther. So when I lived with Auntie Esther, the same thing.
Where is she?
She's here in Lusaka. She's still here. And still hustles the same way. She's up at 3 a.m. every day, bruh. Yeah, you will. Yeah, very interesting lady.
Can you call her?
Bruh. No, let me share my experience first. Listen.
Go ahead.
When you're talking about your dad waking you up at 4, I can relate so much. And I lived with Auntie Esther the year that I came to start school. Yeah, the year that I came to do my uni here in Lusaka. Bruh, in that house, you wake up at 3 every day without fail. The only day you don't wake up at 3 is Sunday. Now, bear in mind, I've got class at 8. We'll wake up at 3, we'll go to town, cha-cha-cha, we'll buy, if it's 500, 1,000 chickens, we buy those. She owned butcheries. We'd buy those, you take them to the butcheries with workers. You have to kill those chickens between 4 and 5 a.m., kill them, dress them, remove all the feathers and stuff, intestines and whatever, clean them up, chop them up, make packs. You check? Brand the packs. It's drumsticks, thighs, or mixed pieces. You brand all that. Put them in the freezers before the butchery opens at 8. I've woken up at 3. I'm doing all this before 7. You've gone to town. You've killed with the workers. You've packaged. And I'm in class at 8. There was nothing like free money in that house. But it was so rewarding when she gives you that little money, probably at the end of the week. Because, you're young, you're 18, 19 years old. But at the end of the week, she'll give you that pocket money to go and chill with. And you go shine for the guys at school. You're eating from the cafeteria every day. But
did she have kids?
Yeah, she's...
So everything that you did with her kids too?
No, by that time, all the kids had left. They're older than me, way older than me.
How many kids were in the house at that time?
It was just me. Yeah, at that moment, it's just me. But we call her, we used to call her house the university because, dude, everybody who's been through that house is not the same. We're all pushers, we are hustlers.
That was my grandma.
Oh, serious?
Yes, so what you've just described,
yeah,
that was my grandma.
Bruh, I did that for the whole year. You wake up at 3, Cha-Cha-Cha Road. And who's in Cha-Cha-Cha Road before anybody else? The Chinese people. And they still do it to this day. Bruh, those people, the work ethic is crazy. It's mad.
Hustle.
They would be getting into town at 3. They're already there with their trucks. That's where you buy the chickens from, the vegetables from.
Lenga,
yeah.
How many times have I told you? And I still implore anybody watching this. There's 2 places that I want you to go. Well, 3 places that I want you to go. The average Zambian. The first is I want you to go to an ICU. Go to UTH and go to ICU. And see the people that are in there. Rich people that have got money, but they are not able to do ish because they're sick. Second place that I want you to go is go to prison. The third place is go to immigration. I want you to see, bruh, I see people in Range Rovers and drivers, a Zambian driver, driving this guy to immigration, lines up in the queue for him, but this guy obviously would only have to go in by himself to make the application. But the way that these queues are so long,
yeah,
Chinese, Americans, Europeans, that place is packed. You will ask yourself a question. What are these people seeing in this country that me, a Zambian,
who lives here,
who was born and raised in this country, is not seeing? I say this on this podcast. I saw an American guy bawl his eyes out and cry when his visa was rejected.
And there's always somebody crying at immigration, eh? Every day.
I dated an American chick.
Right.
Her visa was tied to the company that she was working for in Zambia. And when she got let go from that company is meant to let immigration know that we have parted ways with this person, and obviously now that visa has to be revoked. She's American. She is from America.
And you're crying to stay in a third world country.
The amount of strings she pulled, the amount of tears she cried to stay in Zambia.
Makes you wonder what other people see and that we don't.
That's precisely what I am saying.
Yeah. Yes, brother. Chinese people on those roads, Chachacha Road, Lumumba
I'll
Road.
tell you something about you that I've noticed.
Yeah. Oh, you want to talk to my aunt?
As you call your aunt, I was thinking about you this past week. You posted something about the words of encouragement Mzinga told you.
Yeah.
About your emceeing.
Yeah.
And I think Bruce Msidi also then commented on that. How long have I known you now?
4 years? 5 years? 5.
5 years.
Yeah.
And I haven't told you this, and I'm telling you this first on the podcast because we're gonna try and bring our day one fans along on the ride. You were very complacent around the first days that I met you. You were very comfortable with where you were.
Yeah.
You had this old beat up Murano.
Oh yeah, the orange one, yeah?
Yeah, the orange one. Did you know him back then?
That thing.
And you were very complacent.
Yeah, I was.
You didn't have money on some days and you didn't care about it. One thing that I began seeing that began changing. Okay, let me try and phrase it differently. What you have in you is something that I have seen in a select few Zambians.
Okay.
Which is that you have got the drive. You have got the passion. You are not afraid to work.
Yeah.
If you owe Kalenga something, he will call you 100 times. By something, I don't mean like necessarily you owe him money. But if you tell him we're going to have a meeting at this particular day, at this particular time, or he wants a contract from you, he will pester the crap out of you.
Until it happens. I learned that
Until
from the
it
Chinese.
happens. One thing that I have also noticed about you in the same breath is that, pay attention to this now, because I have to phrase it in a way that doesn't seem like there's malice, is that maybe now you have streamlined, but it felt like you were all over the place.
Yeah.
Right? You'd get to a point where you wanted to do printing.
I was discovering myself actually.
Right?
Yeah.
Go to UBA, you'd get a contract, you'd print t-shirts, you'd print flyers, etc. And people would begin to know you as Kalenga does printing.
Then you stop.
And then you stopped. I want to go in chronological order. So give me a second. Then after that, I don't know if it was PA, and hiring out PA systems or something like that. I forget. And then you then stopped. And then you went back into DJing a bit. And then you stopped. And then you started doing Uliche. And then that stopped. And then you started making ads, like creating content and making ads, which was we're now getting more and more recent. And I think then that stopped.
I did Zuba.
You did Zuba, and then that stopped. And then you started the emceeing. All this to say, if you have noticed one thing in all these things that you did is whenever you got into it, people would begin to call you and you begin to get a lot more inquiries regardless of what.
Yeah, that's true actually, yeah.
Have you noticed that?
That's true.
So I feel you would then get to a point where you would focus more on what you're doing now, and if you're getting more calls on emceeing,
I'm honing in on that actually.
You're honing on that.
Yeah.
Now, it'll now get to a point, and this is where I was now on the fence, because I want to say, look, man, let's have coffee and let's speak about this. I also believe, like, in the 8 streams of income, right?
7.
8.
Okay.
Warren Buffett.
The Jews 7.
And on the same point, also being a person who has mastered one particular thing, and I remember I told you this when you were setting up Content Factory,
right?
That I want you to be that person that if Netflix comes into Zambia, because they don't come with a production crew, and they say, "Can you tell us and point us to a production house?" They'll be like, "Kalenga, he's been doing it for 5 years." You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because you would have gotten to a point where when you started, you'd be like, "I know, but we did Parental, and then we did Tecno, and then your client list keeps growing and keeps getting more and more impressive because you're putting in the 1,000 hours. Is it 1,000 hours? 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
Right. And at the same time, I'm not mad at the hustle of having the 7 or 8 streams or whatever it is.
But at least be known for one thing.
Bingo.
Yeah. I think that's where my experimentation has been taking me. And I think I finally found the one thing that I want to settle on.
MC.
Well, that's going to be like the main side hustle. But there's one thing I'm here to announce in a bit. That I'm going to hone in and just focus on that one thing and go with it.
Have you talking about it? Is it the thing that you are doing in Lakonde?
Yeah, that too. I want to focus more on that now. Expansions and whatever. Yeah. Because,
Because also look at it this way.
I get bored easily.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Also look at it this way. And this is what I've always tried to... It's so funny because the theme of this episode has been like family-oriented kids, etc. Also look at it this way, which is, if you were to ever pass on today, would you have a company which your kids are able to inherit?
That's the radio station for now.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Or does whatever it is that you're doing, and I'm not now just talking to Kalenga alone, does whatever you're doing die with you? You're the only person with this skill.
You're the only can do it.
You're the only one that's selling tomatoes.
No on stage for me.
No, nobody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're selling tomatoes, you're the only one that does that. If you are a software developer, you only develop software and nobody. And so when you die with it.
It's like it's almost as if you're reading my diary this morning. You know what I mean?
Say what?
Yeah, like for 2026, I've been setting goals like, okay, you know what? Yes, there's the radio station. It's been going into our 7th year. There's that radio station, but there's something I need now that my kids will now take over. You know what I mean? So that's the thing I'm telling you. I'm going to tell you when we're done.
That, if you say Mike Tyson.
Zing boxing, yeah.
Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor Noah.
Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Job.
Kalenga.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
It's the first thing that comes to people's mind.
Podcasting, yes. Yeah. So yeah, look, it will be pretty interesting. And then there's me on the other hand. And I've been very deliberate about also saying precisely how I earn my money, which has led people to speculate. And I am okay with people assuming. But yeah, man, it's a very...
So, I want to follow the Jewish principle of having 7 streams of income. So while I think about the 7 streams of income, of course, I understand your point. It's better to grow in one thing. Because, I mean, even Jeff Bezos has, 7, 8 streams of income now, but he's known for Amazon. You know what I mean? So I get your point. He's known for that thing.
Elon Musk,
but he's got other...
Tesla.
Exactly, but
people don't realize...
The boring company, there's all these other things that he's doing as well.
No, there's one other one that really broke him in. And you know it.
Which one? Twitter?
No. PayPal.
Yeah, it was x.com. Then
people don't actually know that Elon Musk owned PayPal.
Yeah. He did PayPal after selling x.com, yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they took over PayPal from the guys who created it and blew it up and sold it for close to a few billions.
Mm-hmm. But then again, you see, here's the thing, is I honestly feel, and I don't want to put this guy on the spot, but people know Comba for one thing. He's got a lot of the things that he does.
Oh, yeah.
Which, some of which you know.
Yeah.
Right? I do not want this just to be about Kalenga. But, because we're not speaking into a vacuum. There's so many other people that are listening to this that would possibly resonate with this. So, if there's anything, I guess, guys, you kind of have to. Let me put my glasses on for this so that I look cool as I say this. And I'm not gonna say this like directed at men alone, but the world is unkind to broke people. So whatever it is in life that you are doing to get out of poverty, please take it seriously. The day that you do not have money and you try to borrow 1,000 kwacha, just try it. Call 5 people and try to borrow $500. And now imagine this is a life and death situation. You're in hospital. So whatever it is that you are doing to get out of poverty, please take it seriously. Because the world is very, very, very harsh to broke and poor people. Anyway, enough about that.
My final issue. What's happening in Zimbabwe?
What you talking about, Vince?
Are you guys getting into what, the 2030 thing?
And I don't want to talk about that.
African leaders, bro.
But yes,
but the body wants another term.
He's saying he doesn't, but it has been approved for him to stay on until 2030. And there has been some reforms
which allow him to stand and
which Parliament
approves
a president,
and they're going to pick him.
Do you hear what I say?
Parliament picks the president.
I want to stay on something lighter, please.
And then Parliament is also on PF.
I want to stay on something lighter.
We have to go back at some.
Guys, not that. I'm trying to get into business.
Oh, fair.
I also want a Rolls Royce. Shout out to Tecno.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm heartbroken.
Who broke your heart, Elsa?
Towela.
Please put those photos up.
What did I? Why you not cheat us so?
What was wrong with him? Towela, baby. Are you gonna call her baby? Now it is.
What did I not do?
What did you do wrong?
Was I not tall enough? If it was the weight, I could have lost it.
If it was the money, you could have worked harder.
No, I'm good there.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not too late. Why not cheat us? So why are you doing this to me? I told everyone. Now I'm the laughing stock. Virgin is laughing. The internet was laughing. Now go papat.
Towela. You and your crush over Towela.
Gone. Off the market.
Off the market. We're happy for her. Congratulations, Towela. And
her new husband. Do you know the guy?
No.
He's like a relatively unknown guy. Hey. Like out of the limelight.
Gob, do we know the guy? No. It's a good thing. She knows exactly what she's doing. She knows exactly what she's doing.
Yeah, man. Congratulations. In all seriousness, congratulations. That is a new chapter in your life. What else has been happening in the world of... What is it? Is it work and joy?
The land of work and joy.
I had a couple of talking points here. The former president's son's assets worth $1.3 million. Apparently, there were over 70 cars.
You know, I sat down doing the math on that, eh? They said worth how much?
$1.3 million, from what I see here. But, yeah.
First of all, what cars were they? How big were these houses?
He had a gas station.
Yeah, but bro, is the math really mathing on the value of these items?
Wait, hold on.
But then again, maybe things are cheap in Zambia as compared. Because I'm thinking maybe... I
don't know, it could have been like a fleet of Vids.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
So here it says that the High Court seizes $1.3 million plus in assets from the ex-president's son on Tuesday Forfeited with 79 vehicles, 23 properties, a shopping mall, gas station, luxury apartments, executive residence, and this guy's only 39 years old. The court ruled that he could not prove lawful acquisition given his short work history and company records.
Hmm.
You know what we need to do, Kalinga? We need to have a news segment.
Yeah.
On episodes with you and I, like proper news, like what's been happening, you and I gave our commentary. Part of what I saw here as well is the Minerals Regulation Commission shut down underground operations at Mopani's Mofulira site after recent fatal accidents. A high-level team inspected on the 12th of February that the mine stays closed until personnel tracking system is fixed. That's wild. Shutting down the whole mine. Wait, have people been dying there?
I don't know.
Have you ever noticed how whenever you live in Lusaka, it kind of feels like it's a bubble, and
like you don't know much of what's happening.
You don't know about what's happening outside. What else do we have here that might be of interesting to our people? Hold on. All right, we're gonna touch on the Grammys for a second. Did you watch the Grammys?
No, I
you didn't watch them. Okay.
All I'm seeing is Bad Bunny, and that's it.
Yeah. So the Grammys 2026, the historic wins is album of the year went to Bad Bunny. Benito. Record of the year went to Kendrick Lamar for Luther. And he took home 5 Grammys that night. He's now
the rapper with the most Grammys
in history. Shout out to Kendrick. Song of the year went to Billie Eilish. Have you ever seen how thick Billie Eilish is?
No.
She's always wearing baggy. Jesus. I see a photo of her in a bikini. Jesus Christ. It's called Wildflower. It won 3 in 3 categories. Best new artist went to Olivia Dean. Anything else interesting? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, man. Okay. Is there anything else here that I might have left out? Hold on. We're talking about Towela. I don't know enough.
Good. I mean, we've done 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't know enough to speak about Bowman Lusambo, and that some of the properties that had been seized have been given back to him.
Oh, that's nice. Like the house we recorded from?
Yes.
Where the trouble started, yeah?
Guys, we just need we should not volunteer information. This is what I learned. And I hope you learned that lesson.
Yeah.
When we did the Liapa interview.
Yeah. Ish, we learned our lesson.
And you were here out. Anyway, listen. How long have we been running for?
2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
That we spoke. Let's end it.
Much love to Tecno for powering this episode.
Thank you so much, guys.
Giving us the technology in cell phones.
Yep.
And the artificial intelligence in these phones.
Yep. There's something that I'm going to try with you. Okay, we'll do it later. Big shout out to brothers. Go ahead.
Yeah, brothers. And remember, we've got a new exciting flavor. It's called lemon and Coke and lemon.
You're terrible at this.
Yes. Coke and lemon, which you really should try out. It's like a lemonade with Coca-Cola mix.
I love it.
Mate, you know what I do with that one? Put it in the freezer, get it almost to freezing point, then
especially on days where it is blazing hot.
Yeah, so try that flavor out. So there's now 5. So it's Cosmo, strawberry lime crisp, pina colada mojito, and the Coke and lemon. Amazing stuff. You love it.
Is there anything else that is happening this week that we might want to plug people to? And please, the guest that we had last week, Warren Mills, has been hitting me up. Please go and stream his album. Incredible music. Go and check out Virgo. Just go on YouTube, type in Warren Mills. Let's try and keep those views on his page going up, and please hit subscribe. We keep saying this.
Hey guys, what 90? Road to 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah, thank you.
Click on
I think
subscribe.
on the day that we post when we were with Warren Mills and we gave people the time to subscribe, you all did that. So again, before Culling and I say goodbye, I'm just gonna give you 10 seconds. So look for the subscribe button and press it.
There we go.
Are we doing photos?